despite the Rachel show last night, Dick Cheney's still a war criminal.
Yeah, amen.
Yeah. Anyways, a couple weeks ago, I heard an interview with a friend of yours, Medea Benjamin. And during the conversation, the subject of the military-industrial complex came up, the war machine. And that's when I found out that Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin came from the board of Raytheon, the revolving door.
Right.
And I imagine there's others in the administration as well.
That's
so
absolutely routine, Cliff. I'm not justifying it or saying it's fine with me. I'm horrified by it, but it's absolutely routine.
Of course. Anyways, so the more bombs and rockets that get used in war, the more money these fat cats make. It's just
there's a bigger concern
damage.
than just that, though, Cliff, and it plays into exactly what you're identifying, and that is that 30 years ago, 40 years ago, when Reagan came into office, before in 1983 when he stopped the enforcement of the Antitrust Act, there were literally hundreds of individual companies that were defense contractors. And they competed with each other, which kept prices down and kept innovation up. Now you've got basically 6 major defense contractors that have absorbed literally hundreds of companies over the past 30 or 40 years. And they have no competition. They act as a cartel. And that's even worse.
It's this monopolistic, just like all the other industries. It's just they get consolidate and they grab up all the other small ones.
Yep.
So, anyways, 2 words that go together that are grotesque or war profiteering. But I came up with a couple words that go together, and that's homeless orphans. Like their houses are destroyed, their parents are dead. What kind of lives do these children have to look forward to? I could add.
Are you talking about in Ukraine and Gaza?
Mostly in Gaza, in the Middle East. That's disturbing. Lastly, Tom, you and I are both animal lovers, and I've never heard it mentioned on any report about all the pets that have been killed over there. And if you're a little orphan girl or boy, that's all you have to live for, man, is have your dog or cat or turtle or whatever. And it's just, I don't know. You're more knowledgeable than me. You can elaborate, but you get what I'm saying.
I think Americans, Cliff, because we haven't had a war on our soil since 1860, and that was not a foreign invasion. I mean, the last foreign invasion was the War of 1812. That because we've never actually experienced, or at least for generations, have never actually experienced war on our soil. The only people who really have an understanding of war are those who, enlisted and went off overseas to fight those wars, and many of them came back just horribly scarred, as we see with homeless Vietnam vets and Gulf War vets and all these kinds of things. But the average American voter and young people and women who didn't get drafted, I just don't think have a genuine understanding of how horrible war is, of the genuine horror of it, and we look away and we don't show the real pictures, and I think we need to. It's just we have an empathy deficit here in some ways.